Hello and welcome to Of the People. Thank you for joining us live. Mao's Cultural Revolution Revisited. We are in the middle of a cultural revolution here, and anyone who denies that is clearly not paying attention. In 1966, after, 15, 18 years in power, Mao launches a 10-year cleansing or cultural revolution from the Great Proletarian Revolution. And basically, while it encompassed a lot of things and it was against bourgeoisie and money and those kinds of things, it was a purge of those unbelievers who did not believe the new religion of communism or socialism that Mao had been infusing into the system. We now have so many examples of that in this country, and it really is the unifying factor. I give you the latest, which is MSNBC reporter, and I'm going to butcher this name, folks. So it is Heidi, Przybyla, Przybyle, who says that Christian nationals, oh my God, by the way, Christian nationals are the new MAGA. For the 2024 election, you heard it here first. You're going to hear the word Christian nationalism and Christian nationalist. That's the buzzword. She says that Christian nationals, oh my God, believe that Americans' rights are granted by God, not Congress, and not the Supreme Court. I have news for her. First of all, if you can read, and she probably cannot read, but if you read the Declaration of Independence, it says, endowed by their creator with certain inalienable rights. Last time I checked, the creator was God. Now, you can put whatever label you want on it, but to say that Americans' rights don't come from God is to deny the founding and foundational documents of this country. She goes on to say, by the way, just because you know how I love to read all this stuff, she goes on to say that regarding Trump in 2016, a lot of mainline evangelicals wanted nothing to do with the divorced real estate Trump. So what happened was he was surrounded by the more extremist elements. We are going to hear words like Christian nationalism and the new apostolic reformation. These groups should be very schooled on because they have a lot of influence in Trump. But here's the key. What unites them as Christian nationalists, not Christians, because Christian nationalists are very different, is that they believe that our rights as Americans and all human beings do not come from earthly authority. They don't come from Congress or the Supreme Court. Christian nationalists, heaven forbid, believe that rights come from God. That strikes at the very core of the cultural revolution that's going on here. And that's what, and by the way, someone needs to distinguish for me what the difference is between Christian nationals or Christians. There's a war on Christianity. There's a war on religion. And the religion is the religion of wokeism versus Judeo-Christian values. Because this whole war in the Middle East that's going on, the Hamas war, we Jews are first. But if they drive the Jews into the sea, the Christians are second. And that's what's going on here. And I don't care whether it's the Islamic fundamentalism or the radicalism at home or Black Lives Matters, they're all part of the same thing. Have you seen the 13 principles of Black Lives Matter? Maybe we can put that up there for everybody real quick. The 13 principles, and the ones, I don't know if they can see that, but the one that I really love is the one that it takes a village. I think it's number 11 or 12 to raise children, and it's against the nuclear family. Basically, let's see, scroll down, keep going, one more. 11, Black villages. We disrupt the narrow Western prescribed nuclear family structure expectation. We support each other as extended families and villages that collectively care for one another, especially, quote unquote, our children. We believe the radical care belongs in the public square. Who used to talk about it takes a village to raise a child? Oh, right, Hillary Rodham Clinton. So this goes back a long ways. This goes back to 2008. Remember, then President-elect Obama said, we are 5 days away from transforming America. You're starting to see all this, folks? Starting to connect the dots? So what we are experiencing is Mao's cultural revolution, Western style, and it is very much wokeism versus Judeo-Christianity. And the new buzzword that you're going to hear everybody talk about is Christian nationalism in the same sense of the deplorables and in the same sense of MAGA Republicans. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we are all racist now. And that's the monologue.